Alright, I feel like at this point we have all seen Brand New Day. If you haven't, feel free to click off because I am going to be getting into some spoilers. Honestly, I expected more, especially after seeing the reviews and how much people were hyping it up. I really expected a lot more critically from this movie. Now, as an actual Spider-Man story, it was really enjoyable. For, a Spider-Man fan, they did use some comic panels, even in the opening montage when Spider-Man was catching, Tombstone, Scorpion. As an actual fan of Spidey, it was very cool. But as a moviegoer, critically, dude, it was rough, bro. Holy crap, my hair won't get out of my freaking face, dude. Leave me alone. So anyway, the movie was kind of a jumbled mess. First off, the pacing was really weird. I remember after they finished the Hulk fight and they had captured Jean Grey, I was like, oh, is the movie over now? And I looked at my phone and I was like, oh no, there's a whole nother hour of this movie. This is crazy weird pacing. It would be extremely quick and then it would slow down drastically, with MJ at Punisher's house and they're doing, these really slow scenes. But then at the same time, it's like they're developing highly advanced technology with little to no effort at all. And Peter had an insanely, broken AI that's able to tell him everything and dump every piece of exposition you could possibly need. So that was frustrating to deal with as well. I was like, man, this is supposed to be like a grounded Peter Parker story, but dude has a Jarvis. What? Overall, the first half of the movie, just after that Hulk fight, was great. All of that was great overall. We had Peter interacting with Bruce. We had his actual isolation story, him losing control because of his hormonal levels, from the spider DNA. All of it was very interesting for a character. It was a good arc. It was well done. Tom Holland's performance was amazing. We got to see the fallout of No Way Home with MJ having a new boyfriend and Ned not recognizing him. I mean, that was really heartbreaking. So there were some very good things done at the beginning of the movie. My problem really came with the end of the movie. The VMAX twist was very cool. I remember once we figured it out, you saw the vent. I was like, oh, that's really interesting. But I also thought, wow, kind of a mid plot twist in the end. I mean, we already know that her sister's fucking dead. Seeing the VMAX thing, it didn't really tell me that her sister was dead. I already knew her sister was dead at that point. So, it kind of meaningless, but, it was interesting in the moment. But holy shit, man, that final fight was awful. Let's get into it. First off, Bill, the black guy, the dude that ran damage control, Peter Parker literally attacks a governmental building thinking that this guy lied to him. Peter literally commits federal crimes because he said, oh, this dude lied to me. Just call him. Should be like, hey, bro, what's up with that? And he already knew that that's how it worked because MJ, the random soldier that was on the building after Scorpion's helicopter had flown away, Peter knew that these people had lost their memories and didn't remember being mind controlled like that. So even with Bill's lie, you had to have really not been paying attention for that lie to make sense. But on top of it, Peter just straight up attacks a government building because he thinks the dude lied to him. But he doesn't know what the lie meant, how important it was, what they were doing to Jean. He knew nothing. He just goes, oh, this dude lies to me. I'm going to go fucking murder U.S. soldiers. He doesn't actually kill him, but you get what I'm saying. Secondly, he fights the Hand, which was a cool fight, but I had two problems with it. First off, he gets his ass beaten by the Hand, which Peter had already beaten earlier in the movie. which didn't really make sense. And he had just fought the Hulk. It's like, all right, dude, really? The hand is what we're struggling with now? But on top of it, in the middle of that fight, Jean's shit-talking him in his head, and he just suddenly learns to control the hormone levels. He's just like, yup, I'm going to be Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and then just suddenly figures it all out. Like, it was a cool payoff, but the actual explanation and usage of it was very poor. I mean, in an actual narrative setting, it was very poorly done. You know, for a Spider-Man fan, it's, you know, it's the time that he's going to learn. It's about time that he figures it out, and it was cool to see. It was a nice payoff. But like I said, not explained at all. Didn't really give us any reason besides Jean just saying, well, you need to be you, and he goes, I'm going to be me. It's like, oh, okay, brother. Oh, okay. And then finally, my least favorite part of the entire movie, which I've heard people defend, and it blows my mind as to how they're defending this. The Mindscape sequence with Aunt May, Jean, and Peter. I thought this was terrible. I was like, okay, so she's now in his mind, but it goes to a scene of Aunt May talking to him. You know, like apparently she knows everybody's memories and feelings as soon as she gets into their head. But this, it was just like she went to one specific scene. And Aunt May uses the with great power comes great responsibility lecture. And that suddenly makes Jean Grey not want to kill people anymore. Like, she's been a terrorist up to this fucking point. She has literally been a terrorist, killing people sadistically. At one point, she has an old man walk in front of a taxi and get run over to fuck with Spider-Man. So she went from a sadistic terrorist who would have US soldiers shoot each other. She drove a tank with a bomb in it into a damage control HQ. And she, at one point, mind rapes MJ. You know, has MJ like kiss Peter Parker. Like, she kind of sexually assaults Peter and MJ in that one moment. And then Peter goes, I will never forgive you for what you're doing. And then she tries to throw her off the fucking building. So he goes, I'll never forgive you just for mind raping MJ, let alone trying to kill her. And then at the end, because Spider-Man learns that her sister died, he's like, you know what? It's okay that you're a terrorist. I can be your friend. Give me a hug. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? She's a literal terrorist. She sadistically killed people in front of you. She tried to kill your girlfriend after mentally just abusing both of you. And we're just suddenly like, oh, you know what? It's cool. We'll sing Kumbaya and dance around the fire together because I found out that your sister died. Well, it's like, if you guys are doing shit like this, maybe they should have been experimenting on you and your sister. Maybe they were right. It's like Jean Grey is supposed to be one of the leading people of the X-Men team whose number one goal is to make humanity not hate mutants and to show that they can use their power to help humans. That them being the next evolution is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. They can't take Jean Grey out the fucking house now, dude. They can't take her out to school. They're like, okay, look, Jean, we got to go save people, but you're going to make all of humanity hate us. You got to stay in the house today, girl. It's like total character assassination on Jean. The Mindscape sequence didn't really make sense because Peter just appears out of nowhere. He suddenly forgives her. And then him risking his life to stop the bullet from hitting her made sense. That's what Peter would do. But everything else in that scene didn't really make sense. So, critically, as a movie, really poorly done. Really poorly done. I mean, if we wanted to write it well, without nitpicking any specific thing, just make it so that Jean is less sadistic and evil, and make her more conniving and intelligent and sneaky. You see people getting, you know, the mind transfers, right? You see, oh, and then the next person gets, oh, they get mind transferred by Jean, right? But instead of her brutally murdering people and mentally abusing Peter and his girlfriend, let's just have her do it very intelligently. like very sneakily, trying to figure out what's going on, invading. I mean, apparently she gets people's memories and feelings and emotions, right? Why can't she just do it to the head of damage control? Why can't the whole movie be trying to protect him and his secrets, but then figuring out, oh, you know, she finally gets into his mind, and Peter's like, oh no, I've been screwing her over the whole time. I was helping the real villain, the leader of damage control. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a really good plot twist too. Like, he does everything he can to protect him, and then when she finally gets the secrets, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Jean. And then she would have been so much more sympathetic, as opposed to making a terrorist, you know, the good guy in the end, because, you know, her sister died. So, yeah, I mean, thousands of people lost family members and will live with traumatic, you know, mental trauma for the rest of their lives because of her. But hey, because her sister died, it's okay. Terrible way to do Jean. Not great writing. I remember I left the theater and I didn't have all of these thoughts together, but I remember leaving the theater and I told my girlfriend, I was like, it was a really good Spider-Man story movie, but I feel empty leaving it. And especially that final fight sequence, like, he never really fought Jean, they didn't do anything, and he can't fight Jean. It's the same, you know, Falcon, Winter Soldier versus the Hulk, the same Thunderbolts versus Sentry, the same, oh, I'm just gonna say I really like you, and we're gonna be friends, and we're gonna hug it out. It's like, Marvel has lost the idea of large-scale fights. With the same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine, Cassandra Nova. You know, they just have to connect themselves and connect reality, and she loses. It's like, what happened to great final acts in Spider-Man movies? After this video, I'm going to upload a Spider-Man ranking, like, tier list. Brand New Day is not going to be at the bottom of it, but it's also not going to be at the top. A lot of people are saying this is the best Spider-Man movie. Like, if you really think that was the best Spider-Man movie, go rewatch Spider-Man 2 right now. Fuck, go rewatch Spider-Man 1 right now. I guarantee you, they're better. Anyway, that's it for the video. Yeah, I wasn't in love with Spider-Man Brand New Day, and the glaze that it's getting is definitely recency bias, and because it looked really cool, and the Punisher was in it, and the Hulk was in it, and oh man, so many cool characters. But like I said, critically as a movie, it was very weak. I'd give it maybe a 6 or a 7. All right, see you guys.